got with DC initially. I assume that you got with DC because for money, like when we first got together or whatever. But he didn't have no money. Like not like he had no money, like he was broke, but like he didn't have no money like that. Like that.
I was up like a 40. I was up like 40.
That was 4 years ago. At the time, the couple only had one child. They went on to have two more together, maintaining their relationship for years after meeting on Nick Cannon's Wild 'N Out in 2015. DC Young Fly was one of the comedians, and Miss Jackie O was a Wild 'N Out girl. After being together for 8 years, DC Young Fly got the devastating news while on the set of Wild 'N Out filming new shows that his girlfriend, Miss Jackie O, passed away in Miami after having plastic surgery. The comedy world is sending nothing but love to comedian DC Young Fly after news broke that the 31-year-old lost his girlfriend of 8 years. That's Miss Jackie O. Miss Jackie O from California, the Bay Area, was a former Wild 'N Out girl for 5 seasons, beginning with season 6 in 2014.
This is extremely sad, and this touches home just because I've actually grown up a little bit watching Wild 'N Out and finding DC Young Fly to be an extremely talented and funny guy. And I wanted to use this instance, right, as sad as this situation is, and as much as we are emotionally with his family, wish him the best. This is a learning situation, a learning lesson for a lot of people, especially my generation. I'm 24. I'm considered Gen Z. And a lot of our generation has grown up looking up to people that have, over the years, altered their body through different surgeries, right? Notably BBLs, tummy tucks, and all these little accessories that over the years people have kind of grown up with and grown accustomed to kind of playing God and taking the shortcut. And this is an example. And you've seen a lot of people actually covering this type of content. Not blame it on the surgeon, which if you look at his ratings, there has been some instances of people that have dealt with him saying that he botched their surgeries, right? And she's basically got a tummy tuck or some sort of a BBL, which is one of the most dangerous procedures to get done with surgeons, and it ultimately ended in her succumbing to the procedure. But there is a greater thing at play now, which once again people want to play God, and a lot of us actually want shortcuts to life. A lot of the things that we can be proud of in life need to be earned, not given. And instead of taking the traditional route, which is going to take blood, sweat, and tears and patience, which is to have the nice body, to have the nice things in life, we're going to try to get the shortcuts. But it's never really a shortcut, as we can see. Her story is one that touches a lot of people because she's in the limelight. She's known and she's associated with somebody that has a lot of clout, a lot of a public presence. But stories like hers happen every day, right? And it's time for us to kind of understand that these things come at a cost. That I was watching a video, which I'm going to reference a little later, of guys getting surgeries to grow taller. And this thing is not going to stop. Like, guys are going to break their bones over and over again. It's a like long and strenuous process of limb lengthening because we let our perception of ourselves, right, and the little insecurities that we all have truly dictate our realities, and it leads to situations like that. So beyond what's happened, right, we need to collectively learn that, look, there's a lot of things in life that we're not happy with, but it doesn't mean go ahead and get surgeries that will ultimately lead to somebody passing away, right? There's things to be learned with that. And we got this microwave society that leads us to believe that that's okay. And a lot of these concepts and surgeries are being fed to us by people we've grown up to look up to, they're either Kardashians and other people. And because you think highly of these people, you think that what they do is okay. Or they might even just be lying about how they got to the results that they have, right? Rappers, entertainers, rock stars, movie stars are not people we typically should be looking up to for life advice just because we've grown accustomed to them.
Did you know that man from Turkey paid $27,000 to go from 5'2" to 5'7"? As a school counselor, he felt that he wasn't confident enough to help students because of his height. And he said that his colleagues made fun of his height at least once per week. And even his girlfriend told him that she wishes that he was a little bit taller. So he decided to research different ways to increase his natural height. And he eventually discovered a limb lengthening procedure to make him taller permanently. The procedure works by breaking your bone and inserting a rod that lengthens over time, allowing new bones to form. And in total, he endured 2 rounds of the leg lengthening surgery surgery. Each surgery added about 2.4 inches to his height. One of his procedures were performed back in 2015 and another one was performed in 2020. And it turns out that these type of procedures does come with complications. Common complications include stiffness in your joints, and major complications include bone infection as well as nerve damage. And Abraham was so satisfied with his procedure that he decided to open up his own clinic. His clinic charges between $23,000 to $51,000 depending on how tall you want to be, and he believes that his life purpose was to get taller as well as helping others do the same. What do you think? Would you get this surgery as well?
Hey boys, I don't want to hear nothing about what the girls are doing. Screw the tummy tucks, the BBLs, the lip fillers, and all the modifications, all the makeup, because you guys apparently are starting to do the same thing. And what's crazy is that people actually don't talk enough about the side effects of getting these types of surgeries done, right? Just to name a few, side effects of this procedure, this limb lengthening procedure, are nerve damage, muscle damage, joint contracture, dislocations, and arthritis, just to name a few. And on top of that, you don't get to run ever again. You basically just walk. This is an aesthetic modifications to your physique that you make. You make the decision. You think you thought it through, but you're going to have to pay for the rest of your life, essentially 20 to 30 to 40 years down the line. You'll have to deal with the decision you made because you thought the world was going to end because you're just a few inches shorter. That is absolutely crazy. And what kind of society are we shaping to have in 20 to 30 years where people basically get to play God with their bodies? We're going to have a bunch of Frankensteins walking around with enhanced breasts, enhanced asses, limb lengthening. And what message are we sending to the youth that you don't have to make the best out of life with what you were given, but that you can actually change yourself if you got enough money? 27 grand is actually crazy. And for the people around you, namely your girlfriend, making you feel lesser than because you were short, get another girl, all right? Because that's not worth you dealing with old age issues. And you know what's crazy? A lot of these procedures did not stand the test of time, so you don't actually know what it looks like when people are older with said procedures. So you end up being the lab rat and the example for a lot of people that are coming behind you. Think about that.